Okay? So we have to be known by our works. That's why when you pour salt into a soup, it must lose its crystalline color. Now let me just give you an example. You know, in so many nations you have so many denominations. I'm not against denomination, okay? People have denominations to protect their peculiar values and doctrines, and that's all good. But the world doesn't care about them. You know, you find the church fighting. This one talks about that one, and that one talks about that one. Like the world cares. They don't care. Because they don't understand it. So they don't care. They don't give a hoot about it. Fact is, if we're going to be relevant in our world, we have to understand that the government world is different from the business world. The business world is different from the world of education. The world of education is different from arts and entertainment. These worlds are governed by different rules, by different laws. They operate by different culture. They have their own culture. So, in order for us to penetrate these structures, we must understand that we've got to lose our religious cliches. We have to lose our religiosity. Okay? Let us be known by our works, not by our color, not by the external identification of a denomination or a particular person here and there. The world doesn't care. You know, we throw ourselves at these people sometimes, and oftentimes you want to impose whatever it is you want to impose on them. That's why they don't change. See? So, for example, in the world of government, I don't go there saying, oh, I'm a bishop, I'm a pastor, wearing a religious, whatever it is that, you know, we wear. They don't care. You know, you've got to be able to speak their language. You've got to be able to speak their language. Let them be known. You have to be known by the works you bring into your sphere. Not just going around and saying, oh, I'm a Christian, oh, I'm a Christian, oh, I'm born again, I'm born again, I'm born again. Yeah, those are words. Show it by your works. That's what I'm trying to teach you. See, so it's very important that we understand that. Look at God, okay? For example, God, who is almighty. The Bible says he dwells in a light that no man can approach. Can you imagine if God came down on earth in his fullness? Nobody will understand him. Nobody will perceive him. Nobody will know him. You know, in fact, everybody will be dead because he's that powerful. He's that great. But even God knew, in order to change this world, he had to set aside his divinity. Yes, he did. Yes, he was all God and he's all man, but he had to set aside his divinity. In a sense, he had to lay aside his crystalline color and come into this world. He couldn't have come into it without losing it. And when he came into this world, he took on the nature of the seed of Abraham. He took on flesh and blood so that from within the system, he could change the system. God didn't come to this earth like his original form. No, because nobody will be able to stand his presence. So God set aside his divinity. Set aside his divinity and took on humanity. And now he became exactly like one of us. That is a very powerful principle. He was born into this world like any other child. He was born into this world and he took on the seed of Abraham. So if you're going to enter into government or you're going to enter into arts and entertainment, you gotta understand there is a way to penetrate those structures. It's not just through your words and through those religious cliches that you're going to make a difference in those worlds. If you're going to have the success at even getting into those places, then you must lose your crystalline color. You must lose it. And that's what happens to salt. When you pour it in the soup, it dissolves. And when it dissolves, it loses that white color. You can't see it. It's gone. It's gone. So principle number one, get the salt out of the salt shaker. Principle number two, get the salt in. Get the salt in. It's from the inside that you bring transformation. God, as powerful as he is, chose not to change the world from a distance. No, he became flesh. He entered into the system. He came to change. You can't change a system you don't understand. You can't change a system without getting into that system. You can't change it from the outside. You've got to change it from the inside. You've got to change it from the inside. So that's principle number 3. Let's get into principle number 4. Principle number 4. Principle number 4. And this is amazing. Now that you've poured salt into that soup, okay, and that salt has lost its crystalline color, what happens? What is the next thing that happens? Think about it. What is the next thing that happens? What is the next thing that happens? I'm sure you want an answer to this question, and I'm going to talk about it in the next episode. But right now, I've given you 3 principles out of the 7 on how to transform your nation. Number 1, you've got to get the salt out of the shaker. You've got to move the people outside of the church into the marketplace. So church is not what we do on a Sunday morning, it's what we do from Monday through Saturday. Number 2, you've got to get the salt in. Strategically place your people in the sphere that they've been called to change. Just like God came into the sphere, the biosphere, into our world and change it from the inside. You can't change a system you haven't entered into. You've got to enter into it to change it. That's the way it works. And number 3, when you pour salt into a soup, it loses its white crystalline color. That means do away with your religious cliches. Stop throwing your peculiar beliefs and denomination at people. They don't give a care. The world doesn't care about it. They want to see the works of Jesus. Yes, they want to see the works of love and forgiveness and mercy and the works. And I'm going to tell you what those works are as we go along. You want to stay tuned. If this has been a blessing to you, information is right there on your screen. Write us, email us, or just get a hold of our website and see what we've got to you. And you can rewatch these on the archive. Enjoy it, let it bless you. I'm so excited that you allowed me to come into your place, your world, and bring this word. It's changing millions of lives across the world. So I just want to encourage you to help us get the word out. And until next time, you stay tuned to this channel. Your life will never be the same. We love you, and God bless you.